Hi everyone. Welcome back to the beginner's module in the piano etudes course here at Liberty Park Music. For today's lesson, we're looking at a very short piece from one of Béla Bartók's teaching compendiums, First Term at the Piano. This is number 4 from that series, which is a series of 23 short teaching pieces. Now, this piece is sometimes called conversation or dialogue because, as we'll see, it has two very distinct lines that seem to be talking to each other between the right hand and the left hand throughout. Turns out this is a very specific composition technique that we'll talk about in the lesson. Okay, let's give it a listen. Béla Bartók, for those of you who don't know, was one of the pioneering early modern composers around the turn of the 20th century. And one characteristic aspect of his sound comes from using different modes of the traditional scales, sometimes at the same time. Now, in this piece, we're hanging out solidly in the A melodic minor scale, but the way the phrases are played together makes it feel like we're playing almost using two different scales. We'll talk about that a little bit more later. This piece is in 3/4 and uses a scale signature like the A natural minor scale with no flats or sharps. It also has a single dynamic with a simple piano marked at the beginning. Now, the big advantage to take from our overhead view here is to see some of the repetitions. Notice that the left hand is repeated exactly 3 times in a row, and the right hand is repeated in the first 2 systems. Beyond that, the phrases are very short both in length and span, meaning they don't go very far up or down from where they start. This is all very good to figure out as much as possible in the beginning because, as you might be guessing, the fact that this piece sounds just a little stranger than your typical classical piece can throw you off a little if you're trying to rely on your ear to help guide you. Let's get into some details and talk a little more about what this whole two-voice conversation thing is all about. Listen and watch again as I play through the first 4 measures. Can you kind of hear how the lines are working just a little independently from one another? It's not very pronounced here, but it's definitely a different feeling than if you had, for example, the stuff in the left hand serving as a groundwork or accompaniment to the right hand material like this. Now, with that little bit I just played, you can hear how the left hand is playing bass notes and chords that are meant to support the right hand melody. But this Bartók piece is not quite like that. The 2 hands seemingly have 2 lines that are working a little more separately. Now, this style of music is what we call counterpoint, which is when 2 or more lines of music are woven together to give us the musical elements. It's generally an older music, or older style of composition, I should say, and really the big name you've probably heard of, who was the ultimate master of it, was J.S. Bach. Now, counterpoint came around again in popularity with composers in the early 20th century like Gustav Mahler, Bartók, and Arnold Schoenberg, but they definitely had their own takes on it, and you're getting a little of that flavor in this piece. Now notice the placement of our hands. Our thumbs go on the A in our right hand, and our 5th fingers, our pinkies, go on the E in the left hand. Conveniently, our hands stay in these positions for the entirety of the piece, so all you have to worry about is getting the rhythms right and playing the notes that are right under your fingers. Thanks for watching this lesson from Liberty Park Music. If you enjoyed this lesson and learned something from it, do us a favor, hit that like button. And if you really liked it, share it around. Let your friends and family check it out too. If you want to find more lessons like this or explore other piano-related topics, please come visit us at libertyparkmusic.com. We have full piano courses ranging from beginner to more advanced levels, and everything is online and streaming 24/7 so that you can design your music learning around your schedule and learn in the comfort of your own home from a talented roster of professional teachers and musicians. Come check us out.